what was the biggest challenge you were facing when we started working together?
Honestly, the biggest challenge for me was changing my diet because I, and this is terrible to say, I swore that food would never be an issue
Mm-hmm.
with my family, with myself, because I just knew that there were so many emotional attachments to food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not emotionally attached to food. And so I think that's why I was open, or finally open, to moving on
Mm-hmm.
to a gluten-free, and trying more plant-based items.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm happy that I did.
Okay. So by changing all these dietary changes that you made, what improvement have you seen and what benefits you have received so far?
Physically, I feel better. And I know that that is a statement that is just rampant,
Mm-hmm.
but it's an internal feeling
Mm-hmm.
um, that you get. And also, I did, because I have arthritis, and really it only shows in my hands. Therefore, it's almost the only thing that I can see if I if it was working or not.
Mm-hmm.
And it was due to my rings. My
Mm-hmm.
rings were so tight, I couldn't get them off. And now I can take my rings off anytime that I want to wash them. I used to have to wash them on my fingers because I couldn't take them off.
Right.
They were so tight. Um, so that was the big thing. The just the feeling of being, I don't, it was just a feeling, a different feeling that I got. And also just less swelling of my hands.
Mm-hmm. So you mean to say that you had a lot of inflammation? Even I noticed in one of my coaching sessions that you had a lot of inflammation in your ring, and I remember that moment very well. That we have decided to join the program. That let's because you were about to go and cut your ring. You remember? And then you
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, let me try this program. And if I invest in this program, then I don't have to keep cutting the ring. So I
Yeah,
think I think it paid off. So now it looks like you have less inflammation and you are happy with your ring. And every single year, you don't have to keep changing it, the size of the ring.
right, right. And it was as simple as changing the food. And to be honest, the food is really very tasty without the gluten and without the preservatives and adding different seasonings. So it takes a little bit more time, I have to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as quick, um, and but it certainly is delicious.
Correct.
And there's lots of resources um, that I was not aware of. All the websites that you sent me
Mm-hmm.
just open the doors for me. It was great.
Awesome. So it looks like the little bit of hand holding, accountability, providing all the resources made your path easy, and you could follow the program and got tremendous results, right? And
Very much so.
and then even when you were working out, now you don't have that pain because you are a very fit person. You work out a lot, and I remember you telling me that you don't have that pain anymore. You don't realize it, and you can lift the weight without any pain.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, right. Well, because my hands don't clench
Mm-hmm.
a, a complete fist.
Mm-hmm.
Before, I probably was like this, so I couldn't even hold a dumbbell.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can almost almost get my fingers to touch the palm
I
on
can
the
see that.
inside.
I can see that.
So,
What is
and
it?
that's
Yes.
with a lot of effort, intentional, which
What is
people don't think about,
No, don't think about. So to see you have arthritis, but then the miserable the way you are before, but now just making simple changes. I mean, and you said it is not that big. You don't have to stay that way lifelong. Just by making simple changes, you can live. It's not that your arthritis is gone, but at least you're having a good life and you're not suffering the way you were suffering before.
Well, I feel in control.
Mhm.
Before, I had no control because I didn't know what to do.
Mhm.
When you simply told me just to choose, you know, gluten-free and to kind of look up what kind of foods does that mean.
Mhm.
And of course, the big thing is bread. Well, I didn't even know you could have gluten-free bread. I didn't, and you can make it, you know,
Good.
um, uh, and all the ingredients that go with it. So it's been an interesting learning curve for me.
Wow.
I do have the time because I don't have the kids at home. So
Yes. Isn't it amazing how food can be a trigger and how food can be the contributor in your healing process, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Now, I would like to ask that would you recommend my wellness program to somebody else, maybe who's suffering like this with a lot of inflammation or arthritis or any other chronic disease?
Oh, I most definitely would. Most definitely. Yes. And I have told people about your program. And it takes a while. I mean, it took me a while, to come to terms with it and to know that I needed to do something different as well. It's a financial commitment,
Right.
that I had to make.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm glad that I did because it's not forever. The financial commitment is not forever, which is so nice and an important thing to pass on, that
Mhm.
you give enough information in the 6 initial weeks to make me stand on my own. And
Yes.
I know that when or if I feel that I need more, that I can come back to you for a short period of time, that it's not a forever monthly payment.
Yes. So there's, of course, as you said, there is no hard and fast or like, okay, you come to me and then you are stuck. So you can choose and then whatever works best for you. And as you
Mhm.
said, is the best investment in your health. And I have seen people when they make a financial commitment and they are more kind of committed and they are more on track to follow.
Oh, yeah.
And one last question I would like to ask that what is the most important thing people should know about working with me? That
That you are available, that the time that you say that you're going to be either on Zoom or on the phone is the time that you will be there. It's not 10 minutes before, it's not 10 minutes after, that you are on time, which to me is very important because like I started at the beginning of this program, I had things to do this morning,
Mhm.
and they were all lined up timely, and so I appreciate that you are on time. Um, I think that you get your money's worth. All that you teach me in an hour, in an hour, is huge, and it's life giving, really. And I have appreciated it very much. It has just opened my eyes.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm just stopping the recording. And this is all from my side. And you really well framed it, that it is totally worth of the investment, and don't look at that way, just life giving, that invest in your health and get your life back.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yes.